All right, guys, how are you guys doing? We are on John Crump News on YouTube and John Crump Live on Rumble. We usually do the John Crump Live on Rumble only, but tonight we are doing it on both channels because I think that we need to talk about a bunch of stuff, including what is going on with this whole pistol brace thing, because believe it or not, I might have some information on it. In fact, you know what we're gonna do? I'll probably just bring this over on Rumble to a premium only because I need to get my premium hours. So yeah, that's what we do. Just bear with me for 1 second. So it is a Rumble exclusive as of now. Kinda. Or not. Okay,
kind of
whatever. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the pistol brace thing, but this also gives you a little hint of what the show is like over on Rumble. We do on Mondays at 10 p.m. and Tuesday through Thursday, Tuesday through Friday at 5 p.m. So, yeah, it's definitely. So, before we get into that, we are brought to you by Gideon Optics. I'm wearing a Gideon hat. Not only am I wearing a Gideon hat, but they have several different optics out now. This right here is the optic I've been rocking for a while. This is the Judge. You can see it's kind of like banged up here. I replaced it with a new Valor Mini, but it really surprised me today when I opened up my mailbox, and you know what I had?
Another Valor Mini?
No, I do not have. I did not have another Valor Mini. What I had was, I had a Judge 2.
Ah, cool.
This is the new Judge.
Now the Judge 2 is bigger, right?
No, are you thinking about it's a different shape. The Judge XL is bigger.
Ah.
I also had that. And I have this puppy right here, which is the Storm.
Ooh, what is that?
The new optic that they have.
What's the Storm do?
I'm not really sure yet. I haven't looked at it. We'll open it up right now and take a look at it. This is the Storm. And looks pretty nice. The green dot.
Ah.
Big window.
Is that a fully enclosed or not fully enclosed?
No, the open emitter. The Storm is a Delta Pro cut. Awesome. Awesome. That's really cool. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what is going on today in the
How many ATF agents or management people have you talked to today, Crump? Or can you say?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You can neither confirm nor deny that?
I can neither confirm or deny that. But yeah. Yeah, so we cannot neither confirm or deny that. But I did talk to people in the know at the Justice Department and also a few other different places about what's going on with this whole pistol brace thing. Do you want to explain what's going on?
So wait, there was some guy that was charged twice. They said I really didn't read deep into the article
Yeah,
over the
yeah.
weekend.
Basically, he had a Scorpion, which I have, and
Yeah.
if we run Rumble only, we would bring it out. But
And show the compact entry stock on my Scorpion.
yeah, but it had the Scorpion had a brace on it, and he was charged with having an SBR. This case goes back until 2023. He was also charged with having a unregistered handgun, which is kind of funny because he's charged for having a rifle and a handgun and the same rifle, the same.
Wait. So one device.
2 charges.
So they charge it as an unregistered handgun, an SBR.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
So it's just a potpourri.
It,
Did I identify?
Rich, you broke up there.
Did it identify differently at different times?
I guess so. Okay. So what happened was that what happened was that he went out and he bought some 1775 coffee. With week coffee for the weekend at Rumble Week have never been part of the mission. No fillers, no fraud, no settling for mediocrity, just like 1775 coffee. It's single origin, small farm, handpicked, specialty grade coffee stands for quality, free speech, and calling out the BS when it matters. Forget the stale, mass-produced beans, roasted just enough to hide the flaws. Dark roast hits like a Trump tariff. Medium roast keeps it bold without the bitterness. And Vitality Mushroom Blend brings real energy, lasting focus, no synthetic garbage for K-Cup pods, whole bean, or fresh around coffee. Go to 1775 coffee and you can use code studio and get 15% off and start your morning right with something that stands for something. And also, for every dollar you spend, you can win a Cyber truck and 30K cash. There you go. Okay, that's all. We're only going to do one read today. Okay, so let's get back into this. So what's interesting is a lot of people are throwing Pam Bondi under the bus, and this is not really her fault in this case. This is what I know. This is inside information. They asked this case to be withdrawn at the end of January.
Who's the they?
DOJ, ATF, everyone.
But the case still exists, right?
The case still exists. Yes.
So they asked subordinates in the DOJ to
the
withdraw.
local AUSA. You got to remember, the AUSA has the case, but ATF cannot drop the case. The DOJ can. The ATF cannot.
So who asked for it to be withdrawn? ATF or DOJ?
Both.
So who still has a job?
I don't think for long.
Ooh.
I don't think for long. So, from what I'm being told by sources, it is being fixed.
Wow.
So it is being fixed. It takes a while to be fixed, but it's in the process of being fixed. The White House also is very concerned about it. So as much as I would like to throw the ATF and Pam Bondi under the bus for this, it's not either one of them. It's the AUSA. It's this woman AUSA.
So if Pam Bondi, DOJ, and Kash Patel, now who's the other guy and the number 2 guy, say, hey, make this go away, and the White House is make this go away, isn't this evidence of the deep state that everybody says doesn't exist?
You might be correct.
So basically, some Karen or Kevin dug their frickin' high heels in and say, no, I'm still going with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm hearing that they're hearing back crickets. So I think this is going to be resolved sooner than later. Yeah,
And does that mean somebody's got on the unemployment line?
possibly. One of the interesting things is that the DOJ did an op-ed, not DOJ, a GOA, Gun Owners of America, did an op-ed in Zero Hedge that has gotten back to the White House. So I do believe this is going to be fixed.
So the thing that pisses me off about these situations is that whoever, and I don't know the details of this case so well. I seriously just saw the title and some comments on it real quick. And somebody, first off, they probably been chugging Pepto-Bismol for the last couple of years on a daily basis. Aside from being a nervous wreck, they've probably been bled dry of their life savings. And some DOJ POS, the worst that's going to happen to them is they just get another job with like a Brady organization or Gifford organization.
Yeah, you're probably right. There's some other charges. I don't want to get into this guy's charges, but he's probably not a good dude. But some of the charges that he was charged with is bogus.
I mean, it's back in the day when I did massive stupid things vehicularly. They would give you like 3 tickets, knowing one would stick. That the others would get dismissed, but so it's kind of like asking $700 for something you want $500 for. Yeah, I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't know the details of the case, and look, whether you're a good guy or a bad guy, I think pistol braces are BS.
Yeah, I don't think that there should be any reason that.
And now, what state was this in? Because illegal handgun.
District of Columbia.
Oh.
Within District of Columbia.
Now,
it doesn't matter if he's a good dude or not. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that that these charges are BS. And the reason why I bring up he doesn't look like he's a good dude is because probably why she thought that she could get away for stacking it.
So the same firearm is an SBR and a pistol.
Well, maybe it's non-binary. Just saying.
Well, most pistols are non-binary. Some are binary.
Only if it have a Franklin armory. That's a pull release trigger. Binary is like,
oh,
you gotta remember, binary is like band-aids or Q-tips. Okay. So basically they've been pushing this behind the scenes. Yeah. So they've been pushing this behind the scenes. So we'll have to see what exactly. You want to give your opinion on that? On House Bill 6013?
I'm not specifically familiar with it, but yeah, bump stocks are.
It's Florida.
Oh,
I'm familiar with it, and you're not.
Yeah.
The repeal of the enhanced trigger.
Oh, okay. It's funny. Last time I talked to Luis Valdez, like, no, I don't know if it was more than a week ago. He didn't mention it.
Well, it was introduced in January.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I hate to say the Florida government, both houses supermajority of rhinos. I mean, you should hope for all things, but I have massively little faith in the rhinos of Florida.
Yeah, either do I. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what's going on. But in this case, the dude is probably going to get off this charge, the SBR charge. So he had an SB tactical brace. If you look at the thumbnail, it has the picture, and I have the same Scorpion with the. Actually, my Scorpion is SBR, but it still has the brace on there because I just never got around to buying a stock. Still planning on buying a stock, just haven't got it yet.
Print one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I just don't know. But yeah, I'll show you a picture. Do you want to see the picture of the stock?
Sure.
Give me 1 second.
I mean, if are we allowed to look at gun pictures?
We're allowed to look at gun pictures. So weird doing this on
You feel kind of dirty.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Oh, I almost held a magazine. I was like, oh, look at this.
Yeah, don't do that. All right. So let me go ahead. I am going to share this.
Now, is this the firearm in question on the lawsuit?
That is.
So that is Stocky McStock.
Yes.
Although it's got the Velcro around the back, so it could be a brace.
Yeah. Well, that's not a Stocky McStock. That's a SP tactical brace.
Okay, that's okay. All right, it looks.
No, that's just an SP tactical brace.
Okay, so Definition Knives says it's 100% a brace.
Yeah, it's I'll go to the XP tactical website. I'll bring up the brace.
Boop, boop. DefinitionKnives.com. The Copilot is in stock.
Yeah, so let me go ahead. I'm going to bring up the brace if I can find it. Stabilizing braces.
Too many choices. Order now. They're in stock. And Dark said he has no. Ooh. Walt has his Copilot ordered.
They only have they have the new brace. They don't have the old brace.
Mm-hmm.
But that brace was the original brace for the Scorpion.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I wrote something on it for Ammo Land.
Dark, who handles fulfillment, says that all the DK knives have shipped or will ship today.
Oh, nice. I think I'll show you what mine looked like before I SBR'd it. Hopefully. Maybe not. I don't know.
Baby pictures of your guns.
I wrote an article about when I was writing a brace article. It's in there. All right. So there's a couple other things I wanted to talk about as well. Since we're getting everything out in the open.
Yeah.
And I'm frozen, right?
You're not coming out, are you?
No. Just give me 1
Oh, you
second.
took a little while to say no. Got me worried.
Hold on. All right, it should be coming back up a minute. All right, there I am. I wanted to talk about a couple different bills here. One is the Bozeman Cotton Bill. I don't know if you know who Bozeman Cotton is. The bill is Bozeman
No.
Cotton would eliminate the $200 fee for text
Oh,
stamp.
okay. Yes. Yes.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't. It wouldn't get rid of the tax stamp. It just they wouldn't be charged for it.
Nice.
It's called the Rifle Act, the Repealing Illegal Freedom and Liberty Exercises Act. Rifle Act. John Bozeman and Tom Cotton. They're both from Arkansas. Both are Republicans. They are introducing the bill, and not only that, but they're going to try to stick it in reconciliation.
Woo! Shove it in. Shove it in.
Which would mean that it only needs a simple majority in the Senate to pass.
Do you think you're sharing something right now?
Me? No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm just talking about it.
Oh, okay. Amen, brother. I mean, look, it should be only a 4473 to get a can. Can doesn't hurt anyone. In fact,
I don't think it should even be that. I think it should be go to your 7-Eleven, pick it up near your
Amen,
home.
brother. Amen. Amazon should deliver them from drones. Yes.
Yeah. So that is one thing that's happening. Another thing I want to talk about is Rand Paul launching his investigation. I will share this one because if you look right here, some dude wrote this, right? I don't know who that guy is. John Crump.
John Crump. Who's that?
Yeah. I don't know. This is Rand Paul's thing. Let me give you a rundown of what's going on with this. Okay, we all know the NICS monitoring system, right? It's like a backdoor surveillance. In 2021, I discovered that the ATF was using the ATF NICS system to monitor gun buyers. That was a leak that I developed. I broke that, and now they're doing an investigation into it. Congress. Kind of crazy, right?
Congress.
Yes, Senate.
Mm-hmm.
After I broke the news, Gun Owners of America came in and they filed a FOIA request. By the way, if you want to get an optic, you can use code Crumpy and get 10% off and free shipping. Just saying. But they did a FOIA request. The ATF finally broke down and gave them a response. The response was unredacted. When they got the unredacted FOIA,
Oh, this is the one.
when they got the ATF said, "Hey, can you mind deleting those?" And GOA said,
Sue me.
"No." So what the ATF did is they went and got a restraining order against the attorneys over there, trying to say, hey, you can't. You can't. I'm trying to unarm my camera here. You can't release that. You have to delete it. The GOA fought back, and what happened was that they did get a restraining order against GOA. They can't release it. GOA is suing to be able to release those. Rand Paul, through his investigation, says that though that information should be public, and he's given the ATF until what is it, like April 22nd, I believe.
So a week and a day.
April 24th until 5 p.m. on April 24th to turn over the documents. The information that he wants is records showing the number of individuals whom the ATF is requesting or have requested NICS monitoring since April 28, 2020. Records demonstrating the purpose for which each individual has been monitored.
So, we'll finish that because I want to interject.
Records discussing the legality of NICS monitoring. Records demonstrating the number of individuals prosecuted as a result of being monitored by the program.
I want to know how many dogs were shot.
Records demonstrating any reports of unlawful, otherwise improper misuse of NICS monitoring by ATF personnel and contractors of ATF. Now, let me just say this before you go into that. One of the things that they did is this was not supposed to be used by anybody but the ATF and the FBI. They were running requests for states like California, where they looked at like what people purchased out of state. Because if you purchase out of state, you can buy a long gun out of state across state lines.
Now, if I was a legal California resident and had, I don't know, a ski house in Utah and bought an AR and left it at my ski house in Utah, that would be lawful, legal, right?
Yeah. That would
so you're saying they in California when I got home, they'd kick in my door and shoot my dog?
Well, it looks like they were passing information on.
Now, I mean, how did somebody in California get NICS information?
The ATF was passing along.
But who in the ATF and where?
Special agents out of Chicago.
And why would Chicago be doing that? ATF agents in Chicago.
Well, they shouldn't have been. It was a way of getting around the.
So in other words, there weren't massive a-hole agents available in California to do this, so they had to find an a-hole in Chicago to do it?
Correct. So here's the thing. It was a way around it. Now, my sources at the ATF said that they are not going to use it. They're only going to use it for very sparingly, only if they suspect someone of like being a gun runner to the cartels or something like that. I don't know how that makes it any better. I don't think it makes it any better. But they're not going to hand anything over to the states. What I would like to see done is the whole NICS monitoring thing be shut down. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Leo Baker. So the whole NICS monitoring thing, it should be shut down. It's basically, I would say, like on a probationary period, still allowed to exist, but it's very close to being shut down, and I think it will be shut down, especially with Senator Paul, Dr. Paul, breaking.
So now, when NICS is different than NICS monitoring.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, the way NICS works is they run your background check. They're supposed to delete it after 24 hours. Within 24 hours, that information is supposed to be gone, deleted, verboten. Go bye-bye. But they could request that they hold the data and turn over to ATF for a period of 30, 60, 90, or 180 days.
And what is the data distribution between those 4 time periods?
Months.
No, I'm saying how many were 180 degrees days as opposed to the ones that were 30 days?
Looking through a bunch of information, it looks like it was spread out from the.
Okay. I just figured they would rubber stamp 180 days.
No. It looks like it was actually spread out.
Deleted.
I want to be honest, but it does look like it was spread out.
All right.
over the weeks. So like whether it's a 30 days, 60 days, 180 days. That is a good sign that Senator Paul is interested in going ahead and making sure that that happens.
Pretty freaking cool.
Single point of contact states are only supposed to hold the information for 24 hours too. You have like basically you have two different types of states. You have states that go directly to the FBI to the NICS, and NICS is the system. NICS monitoring is what they do. And then you have single point of contact states where it goes to the state police, and the state police run it instead of running two different checks. It's two different things. They make you only make one phone call or submit. You submit them both to the state, but you still fill out a 4473 and stuff. But everything goes to the state police and not one to the state police and one to FBI. Everything goes single point. What I call a single point of contact. They still run through NICS. But yeah. Yep. Yeah, Jay Walker, that does happen with security clearances. People think if it's security clearance, it's easier. It won't get delayed as much, but actually, you have a greater chance of being delayed. Not sure why. But yeah, so that is definitely interesting. We'll have to see what comes of that. I'm interested in seeing the documents. And the court case and the DC Circuit Court with DOA is still happening where they're suing to be able to release those documents. Because it's not like they got those documents illegally or anything. The ATF gave it to them. They made a whoopsie. Yeah. Permit to purchase. Usually in Gabriel, they do a check when you get your permit to purchase, and they do another check. It's dumb. Also, if you support me at the $5 level and you already do support me, you're going to be getting one of these patches soon, supporter patches. And if you don't, you can get a patch.
What do you got going on there, Crump?
No idea.
You got a virtual background going?
No, I don't.
It's bleeding through to the breaking news background.
I have no idea.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
I know. I have no idea. Don't ask me. I'm trying to fix it. All right. I turned on the background. All right. I guess it was I don't know.
It was chroma keying.
It was chroma keying, so I turned on the chroma key and I turned it back off. I guess StreamYard was chroma keying by itself. I don't know. All right. So that is one of the other things. We now also know who Marvin Richardson's replacement is.
Marvin. You mean the guy that was in the movie? What was it? He played the Somali pirate. Where did he get fired for playing the Somali pirate in Captain Stevenson?
New. Okay, so we do have another person. We have Robert Sakata.
So my wife asked me to ask you: is this guy a good Christian?
Robert Sakata?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what his religion is.
Because she said we'll know how good he is by his fruits.
I do know that he's better than Richardson. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing really bad about him. So he's not a political guy.
And so where is he from? What is his work history?
He was a cop.
Like, so rando, they pick a rando cop?
No. He was a cop. Then he was a special agent for a bunch of different places. Uh, he dealt with like drug trafficking task force and stuff like that. Like Florida, Puerto Rico, targeting cartels, stuff like that.
All right, so he's a badass.
Organized crime. So he was like basically organized crime, like cartels and stuff like that. So he wasn't like one of the guys that was targeting.
He wasn't writing parking tickets.
No. He was, charging. So we'll have to see how that turns out. But I am hopeful. I'm glad that he got the position. I'm glad that Robert Leiter is now the chief counsel. That's really good, and I think that there's going to be a lot of other people being showing the door, not only in the ATF but also in the DOJ.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we'll have to see how that comes. But everything's going in the right direction. You just have to keep their feet to the fire.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to keep feet to the fire. I am reading the Rumble premium chats over here as well.
Oh, okay.
Because we do have people watching on Rumble right now. It's a premium chat through my deal with Rumble. I have to do 5 hours of Rumble premium only, but I can also go to YouTube. So.
Oh, okay.
Thought prices were legal again. Yes, they are. And
But they're still trying to throw somebody in jail over it.
Yeah. And AUSA is trying to throw someone in jail over it.
Who's soon going to be out of work.
Yeah, United States Attorney. Hopefully.
Another female AUSA.
Yeah, what's interesting is that I think what is going to happen with this is there's going to be other purges because other AUSAs are going to hold their ground and not back off. The guy in Louisiana, he backed out. Oh, Zanti Misfit with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. I'll get you a pen. All right, I'm going to get to some of these questions because I think they're both the same. Did the ATF mention anything about fixing Force Reset trigger BS, i.e., stopping the background checks and other nanny state stuff?
Oh, so the return of the FRTs is what he's talking about.
Yeah, we're going to have to see. I think the judge is going to knock that down. What's the latest on CRS and the FRT super safety? Right now, right now there's an injunction against forcing of There's an injunction with enforcing the ban on force fed triggers. I think we might see the ATF changing that way. The latest on CRS, he's still locked up.
And they gave him 8 more months, apparently.
Yeah.
Which is completely fudged up. I haven't talked to or haven't emailed with Matt or haven't talked to Erica since that occurred.
Yeah, there is going. I have a feeling that it's going to turn out okay.
Oof.
I could be wrong. I have nothing to base that on. I just have that feeling.
From your lips to God's ears, man.
That it's going to be okay. Why did they give him more time? They cut the budget for the halfway houses. So instead of going to halfway houses, they're going to keep him there for 8 months instead of where he was going to go into a halfway house. So that is not a happy situation there, but I think it's all going to work out. I am working behind the scenes every day on for that dude. And I'm not going to stop for him, Tate, and Justin. Every day I'm doing something, talking to someone, whatever. Then I'm not going to stop. What we need, there's a guy named Chad Mazzell. What we need is to hit up Chad Mazzell and Pam Bondi every day through Twitter. Chad Mazzell is her chief of staff. I'm going to link his Twitter, and I am going to
Chad Mazzell 47. Love it. Love it.
What? We are working on it. We are working on it. One day I will come out and say everything that I've been doing, but right now it's just not the time.
Maybe you should write a book on it.
My other book's almost done.
But you should write a book on the stealth John Crump that nobody knows about.
The stuff I do?
Yes.
I think a lot of people would be shocked.
The stealth John Crump.
Do you think a lot of people would be shocked?
Yes.
Like big shocked or a little shocked?
Some of the crap. All right. You remember the top secret story you swore me to secrecy on that I can't tell anybody that didn't happen?
Yeah.
That story's a good one.
Yeah. I don't know. But I'm doing everything in my power to help free these guys, and I need your help by contacting these people. Tweet them every day. Hit them up every day. Every day. Because you too have the power. I know that sounds stupid, but if
seriously, the more voices out there.
If some dude in his basement can affect change,
who would that be?
I don't know, but if some Rich can affect change in a big way, everyone out there can do it.
It is pretty amazing. So, can I ask you like a question for the audience? It's like, how did you become this 2A journalist with all these superpowers? What's the origin story
of the 2A journalist, or my developing contacts and stuff?
Well, first the two-part question.
To a journalist is I wrote letters to the editor of Amoland, and I just kept on writing and writing and writing, and then uh, they said, "Hey, why don't you just write for us?"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's how that came about.
So then,
Developing sources, methods, and techniques.
mm-hmm.
Mm, So where I grow up at, man, like my stepdad was
Spook.
he was a spook. He 100%.
He would disappear for months at a time.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he worked for uh,
3-letter agency.
SAD for the CIA. I can say where he works. He passed away, so I can say it. He worked for the CIA. He was a strategic activities division guy.
So not Shield.
No, no, and so I don't know. A lot of my friends growing up, their parents were same thing because hey, when you grow
This is
up
the
around
neighborhood.
that stuff, no, it's not the neighborhood. It's just it's easier to interact with other kids that know not to ask questions. I'm dead serious.
Hey, how come your dad is at football practice? He's killing commies
Yeah. Hey,
covertly.
kid, if you where's your stepdad? Out of town. Okay. After that, I mean, that was it. Boom, end. No, when is he gonna come back? Where did he go? It's just okay. And that's the way it was. But growing up on that, plus I have some Intel experience myself.
Mm-hmm.
You learn, and you learn how to make contacts. Mostly, it's building rapport. A lot of it's rapport building. And there's another thing. People like to tell me stuff. I don't know why. I think it's my autism or whatever.
You're a good listener, John.
Yeah. And my autism also helps me recognize patterns, so I can determine patterns and direct things and know when people are hiding stuff. So it's not an easy answer. I think it's environment, it's nature and nurture. And I don't get intimidated. That's another thing.
Well, I always laugh. It's like, yeah, how many times have you sued the government?
Yeah, I don't even know.
I'm in low numbers. I'm only 2.
I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, I just don't get intimidated, and I don't care about being uncomfortable. Rich can testify to that because I've put Rich into some really uncomfortable situations. Am I lying?
No.
Rich gets uncomfortable.
Doesn't mean I won't do stupid stuff. I just get uncomfortable while doing it.
I do not care.
It's so fun. It's so funny. Like there are things I care and don't care about. Like here we are. I mean, I'm in my studio and there's 184 people on YouTube watching us. So me running my mouth doesn't bother me. But like if I was doing this in public, yeah, I'd feel awkward. Unless it was a Tesla protest or something like that, then I'm okay.
That's why his patchwork reality 4D projection. I just don't care, man. You just got one of the things people do is one of the things I will say, and everyone needs to learn this ability, and this is a great ability. and this is to ask questions you already know the answer to. Because that way you can steer into stuff that you really want to know. Also,
dude, I was just thinking about the last time we did that. Really, you did that. I was there.
Also, you get people to admit stuff that they wouldn't usually admit because you know how to steer them into different things. Also, you also tell if they're going to BS you or not, because if you already answer a question, they give you a BS answer, you already know the answer to that. There you go.
Yep.
And always, always, always let the person think that they're smarter than you.
Was it Columbo? Was it?
And then they call you cock breath.
That video is still available somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where, though.
Yeah. You know, and do your research.
But it could be the green place.
Research. If you tell me to dig into you, and you have dirt on you, I am going to find it.
Even if there's a court order sealing it.
Yes.
Oh gosh. I don't know. How many people saw that live stream?
I don't know.
I'm just wondering in our current audience. I know Dark saw it.
Yeah.
Because he's got the line. I actually had a t-shirt made with that on it.
Yeah. Also, funny thing, right? I, up until Friday, worked on a contract with Homeland Security. One of the idiots out there tried to report me for my content to Homeland Security.
It's your old job.
My old job.
Crump's not a Fed. He just works for them.
I don't. Not anymore. Not anymore. The new thing I'm working on is not federal.
I don't even know what your new thing is.
Yeah, it's not federal. But kind of funny, right? The short-barreled pistol.
Wait, so are you doing satellite comms? What gig are you doing?
No, I'm not doing. I didn't take the NASA job.
Okay.
Working on another job right now, but there's another offer that I gotta convince my wife to let me to take because it's a little bit of travel. But the benefits and the money is pretty good.
I don't know, Crump. I want to know you're in your basement working your tail off. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I mean, I can work anywhere, man. I can work anywhere. 3-letter agency glowies are easily spotted at night. They glow in the dark. No, but for real, what if Trump has gum on his shoes? I guess I'm a gumshoe. Go for real. He found out. Yeah, I did. If you guys don't know, DLD After Dark is on a watch list where he cannot
bid on government contracts.
You might want to ask why he's on that government watch list.
Well, I thought contract. Knew.
What's up?
I didn't think we knew why he was.
We don't know. There's no reason for him to be on that contract. He's never been on a government contract. But no, he was on it for a while. I was able to find out that I was able to find watch list that he was on. But Dark was on there.
So no, this has nothing to do with Polymerades or anything. In fact, this
This
is
is
all before it.
Before even Dark even had like an internet personality. I think that they put the wrong person on there. I should do it for you. You're not gonna. They won't tell you. Yeah, it's really weird. This is
He's got the
before,
MVE creds.
this is before that. This is before all that.
Who's
It's,
12 years old on a government watch list.
I honestly think that he was put on there by accident.
This is like the guy they red flagged in Florida.
Yeah.
They're like, same
John
name.
Carpenter.
Yeah, same name. What the heck?
I got that taken care of. But yeah, I mean, it's not like a bad government watch list. He's just not allowed to hold any government contracts.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's we don't know why. Like I said, it must be a mistake. I'm not exactly proud of it, but I can relate to being mistaken for someone else. I'm not. Yeah. But yeah, so that was because Dark called me up and go, "Hey, I want to see what you can find on me." Like, why are you on a watch list, man? He's like, what? He's like, I'm on a what? But yeah, you're prevented from bidding on any government contracts. He's like, why would it bid on a government contract? I'm like, I don't know. Honestly, I think they just probably probably just made a mistake, but it definitely was interesting. Although the idea of running a war dogs. Yeah, it definitely was interesting. I'm not really sure exactly. I'm on the no hire list at Amazon, but I hope professional certification for them instead. What did you do for being on no hire? Well, my old employees banned me from their platform from life for life. It's kind of weird. I'm gonna pull up. I'm checking the watch list for you again.
Dark?
Yeah, see if you're still on there. Maybe I should just pull up his background check and everything up on screen. What do you think? Do I have your permission?
He would lose his ish.
Not gonna do that. Just Google some like random name and put up there, but like, oh, oops. But that would be funny. Yeah, let's see here. Chris Clemente. Did I accidentally say his name? Chris Clemente? Oh man. Yeah. Weird. I don't know, man. I don't know. Just weird how he would be on that list. All right. Let me go ahead and pull this. See, there's another guy with the same name, very close in age.
Well, I actually have the same problem with my 4473 because when I was born, the governor of New Jersey was Richard John Hughes. I was the governor of New Jersey when I was born, but there's a lot of me out there that aren't good people. So I had to get a UPIN. Which unfortunately in Florida, I think one guy knows how the UPIN works, and a lot of times he's not in the office.
Yeah. All right. So here's the thing. Have we approached Matt, the POTUS? Yes. What's going to happen? Possibility. Are there better ways? Yes. Will we use those better ways? Yes. Will we go the other route if needed? Yes. The thing with the presidential pardon is you still lose your rights.
So there's a way Matt could get released and get his record basically expunged and get all of his rights back.
Yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to see.
So I don't think Drew knows what a UPIN is. So a UPIN on your 4473, it's like the box after social security number on the right. And that's unique personal identification number I had to file with the FBI ATF. FBI DOJ, sorry. And also, my information was part of the ChiCom data breach.
Yeah,
so they have all of my information that I submitted to get that UPIN. It wasn't a big deal, and I believe it was free, and I'm pretty sure it came back in like 30 days. So I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a unique personal identifying number. So when you fill out a 4473, that's what they should be looking for to like see if you're a criminal or a prohibited person. In other states, my UPIN goes pretty quick, and in Florida, not so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Tim, let me see. Let's play. Let's play Finding Tim. First, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find because there's going to be a lot of them. So I'm gonna walk you through doing this. I'm not going to show you this, but just from the information I have, going to find his address because there's a lot of Tim Harpers out there, right?
Hey, I just want to come on and say that as I was operating under the Definition Knives account, all the views and positions expressed through Definition Knives does not necessarily reflect the views and positions of the entire company as an organization. So please know
There's only
that.
two of you. Shut up.
We're all here.
Don't worry about that Definition Knives guy. That was DLD After Dark in chat. For the future when we become a massive knife organization. Dude, was your finger over the camera when you took this picture? What is that in the top left?
I think it's this picture.
I think that's the hold on, let's see if I can fix it.
I love that you. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. It's like my background.
All right, now
Yeah.
right now I got Tim's home address.
Yeah, Tim. Tim.
How's that?
Also, just so you know, Tim, when you put your ham radio license in your username, anyone can pull up all of your public information. So be careful with that. Dale, good to see you. Lightning McQueen, everyone
I'm
out
just
there.
doing checking on TV's on your watch list. It's tricky right now. I'll be able to tell you in a second.
Oh, I was wearing my Gideon Optics shirt earlier today.
Yeah, you were. And I took it and I put it on.
No, I had the green, the OD green.
Yeah, no, I did see that actually. There was something that was said earlier. I'm trying to pull it up here.
Dude,
You can't
Tim,
get it
you're
up.
on a watch list, buddy.
Who's on a watch list?
Tim Harper.
Tim Hopper.
Tim Hopper?
You can't get government contracts either.
Stop playing. Are you serious?
What?
No.
No, don't put this up on the screen, okay? Rich.
Okay, I got you.
I'm not touching.
I can barely see that, so
Yeah.
I'll have to put it on the screen. I can't. It just looks like a smudge to me.
If it's maybe that's what they do when they're like, hey, this guy's a dirtbag and believes in freedom, independence, and liberty.
Am I on the list?
Last time I pulled you up, I
Yeah.
did not see that.
I can check it again.
I mean, why do they think that that's like some type of punishment or something? I mean, what is that? Because he's a 2A and 1A auditor, so he's had a lot of interactions with. He actually had a direct interaction with the gay TF.
I'll send it to you. I'll
Dude,
send it to you.
that's crazy.
But I think that's kind of funny.
Agorizer, brother, good to see you.
You know, there's another person with your name that lives in the same town as you.
Yeah, actually, he's
you, but also Rich.
Yeah, there's a Richard Hughes, and I think he's a pedo or something, a chomo.
What?
Yeah, he was principal of a school down here.
Oh, that's just yucky. Tim Harper says, Crump, send it to me when you can.
Yeah, I will.
Look, I'll be real. I mean, I have a literal company that is dedicated to flipping the bird to the ATF.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't put anti-ATF propaganda in the packages, would you?
In and on every package that's ever been shipped from DLD hardware. Literally every package. Thousands and thousands of packages leave saying F the ATF, which is hilarious. Because
do you have F the ATF on your package?
No, that'd be a good idea. But like, I remember. Sorry.
Why have you lived so many different places?
Who, me?
Rich.
Well, I did some contracting over the last 10 years.
I know. You have like 30 different places where you...
Well, there's Islip, New York, there's Monroe, Louisiana, and there should be
chill. You're giving all the juice out.
Addresses in Minnesota and one in Maine.
Were you a Democrat?
No.
Rich.
No. If I've never voted Democrat.
Well, they have you as a registered Democrat before you switched to a Republican.
When was that?
It looks like you switched in May 1st of 2012.
What? I believe it.
So
Rich
I mean,
strikes me as that.
That must have been when I got my Florida driver's license. No, when did I get my Florida driver's license?
Dude, I can't believe that. Like, especially like I'm seeing all these YouTubers that are like, "Today is my birthday. I'm turning X amount of years." I'm like, You guys are making it so easy for anyone
All
to
of my
find
public
you.
profiles, I put the wrong birthday on.
Do you got to, man? I mean,
Social media, they're like, "Hey, happy birthday!" I mean, yeah, it's not today.
yeah,
Pilot's license information.
Really?
I did see that. Yeah. The funny thing is, though, is like I also saw.
You are not. You are not.
It,
You are not on a watch list.
I'm not on a government watch list. Oh, that sounds like something else, though.
But hang on though. So when I pulled him up when we were messing around on the phone, because I was like, Crump, how do you pull this stuff up? And obviously, the whole docs for $1 thing. You can find this info anywhere, but there is a particular place that is better than any other compilation of data. And when I pulled up Rich's information, it said there was nothing notable under businesses. So it says you own 0 businesses.
No, the one I just pulled up just showed all his businesses.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay, interesting. Because it said you didn't own any businesses and there were no notable social media accounts.
No,
And I was like,
the place I go pulled them all up.
did it also pull up what content creation type stuff like
Yeah, they said it was a content creator.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mine didn't say it, but granted that was probably like a year ago when I pulled that up.
Yeah, but get this: if you Google my name, you seen what it says, right?
Isn't there a singer or something or an artist?
No. I don't know.
Here.
But I've asked, I think, ChatGPT about you.
It says public figure.
Public figure. You submitted that to Wikipedia, didn't you?
No, I did not.
Just
kidding. I am mentioned in Wikipedia.
Oh, dang, Brandon, still no word. Dang. Brandon, let's you and I get on the phone. If you go to DLD Hardware or definitionknives.com, either one, you'll be able to get the phone number there and you can reach me directly and we'll talk. I didn't mean to leave you hanging that long. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's weird, right? And then if you click on public figure, it will say John Crump journalist.
Yeah, that's I mean, I would expect that.
If someone's selling one of my books that's autographed by Eric Pratt.
If you look at
seriously, look.
I see it. Maybe they're trying to sell it on Pinterest.
It's on eBay.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I was on eBay.
Oh, my bad. I wasn't looking at my phone.
Auction ended.
I think the Wikipedia entry's gone.
Dude, Drewski, that's fire, man. Shotgun looks great, dude. Is that an 1187 or what? Oh, that's a 930. Is that a Mossberg 930? I'll tell you what, semi-auto shotguns, if you ever have a home intruder, you will send that fool break dancing out of your foyer if you got a semi-auto shotgun. Those things are just absolutely devastating.
Yeah.
I think there's actually a good deal. I'll put on my X account right now. Like a really good deal on a shoddy.
Which Walter Safety Harbor Firearms got those extension tubes for the
nice
Benelli, Turkinelli.
Dang. Drew, that is an excellent price, dude. Huge win for that. I don't know if you want to say it out loud, so I won't say it out loud, but that's an excellent price for that shotgun. You have a foyer and a deck? Yeah, well, foyer and the deck are both.
One day I'll be able to afford a house.
They're not very generous in their size, let's be honest. AZ,
out of all of us, Dark's got the smallest deck, and I've been on all the decks.
Yeah. Rich spends a lot of time riding decks.
He He's a decorating fool.
I just had my deck pressure washed.
It sounds painful.
It depends. Sometimes it feels good.
Gun Day Morning Quarterback says, "I bet you have." All right, I didn't want to crash your party. I just wanted to come in.
No,
and just
we're gonna wrap it up. Are you gonna start doing? Am I gonna start doing 9 to 10 and you do 10 to 11 or what Mondays?
I'm not sure yet. Honestly, I got to get through these orders, man. I'm just crazy.
You're doing a Monday show, Dork?
Yeah, I'm going to be adding a Rumble only schedule, and I don't know. I'm still up between a couple of things, but we're going to basically.
We were talking about it.
Yeah, we're going to push each other.
It's like I'll do it. I'll just do my Rumble Monday stream at 9.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. Hey, Sandwich Chef, good to see you, bro. I'm Gabriel. All you guys.
Dude, I'm no longer mentioned on Wikipedia. I'm disappointed.
It's because they probably figured out who you are.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
They probably saw your.
Well, some dude took it over. People were like, "That's BS." Someone took it over. Like, I don't want a Wikipedia page. I don't care.
Dude, I do want to add one thing.
Your mom's box?
Jonah was right. Jonah was right about PWS, primary weapon systems, and Jonah was right about Rearden mounts. There's so much that after he passed away, God rest his soul, that I'm just like, man, I wish I could just be like, dude, you were right. All right, we gave you so much crap for liking PWS rifles. We gave you so much crap for the Rearden brakes are awesome, and on this Geisley Super Duty 11.5 right there, I got you saw the pictures. I sent the Rearden mounts. Those things are awesome. So shout out Jonah, we love you.
Okay, so on X, if you get a Crumpy SS on X, I put a link in there to get a Adamson 18.5 inch 12 gauge shotgun for an amazing deal of $89.99.
What? Is it made out of a pipe?
No.
Pump?
Now, is this a clone of something?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Is that like a Remington 870 clone?
It is here.
I'm looking at it now.
Right there. So on X, I posted a picture and everything on X and the link and everything. I can't do it on YouTube, of course.
I kind of keep it up for a sec. Dude, honestly, that looks like that was a good one. It kind of looks like an 870 and a Winchester 1300 had a deformed baby.
Mm-hmm.
With a pick rail.
Is that a pick rail?
That's a pick rail on the front of the
for a light. Okay.
I mean, light, vertical grip, you know.
So the question is, I don't know who Adamson is. Is this a Turkish shotgun?
It's got to be.
Of course. Of course. I mean, I purchased one to put out one of my other locations.
Here's a comment. I immediately broke it down when it arrived. All the parts had large burrs and rough tool lines. With just a few minutes of a file and sandpaper and Scotch-Brite, a few blasts with brake cleaner, and a fair amount of hops number 9, it shoots and cycles with minimum pump effort. It's a fantastic deal.
For $89, man.
For someone who doesn't mind putting 15 minutes worth of work into what normally would have been done at a manufacturer's facility.
Yeah, it's not bad.
For $89?
Not bad at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to buy a brand X.
I think, honestly, if I buy another shotgun, it's going to be an 870. I got, actually, maybe not. If I bought another manual pump, it would be another 870. And I think if I bought another shotgun, honestly, it's going to be the Beretta A300 Ultima, because that is like the Beretta 1301's little brother. And that thing is, for under $1,000, it is one of the best semi-auto shotguns on the market. Not the one you're thinking of.
No, I didn't say anything.
BV Luminous, good to see you. Drewski, good to see you. Yeah, the A300 Ultima is awesome. Eagle Run, good to see you, bud. Dale, good to see you as well.
Oh man,
I was talking to Mr. Eagle Run earlier today.
My Saiga was only $650, new in box. You must have got that back in the day, or it's not a 12 gauge.
Oh,
it is
Tactical
12
Toolbox has a video: Turcanelli versus Benelli.
Dude,
Is that the video that Walt was talking about? No, 10 minutes ago.
I'm not sure.
Because he was just saying that he did a video with Walt's extension on it.
Nice.
yeah, I want to put this at one of my other locations. One of my hidden locations, if you will.
This?
The $89 shotgun.
$89.
Yeah, if you just need something for the house, man, $89.
Well, it's one of my hidden locations if I need to get to something.
Your weapons locker, your remote weapons locker.
Yeah, I got on a different couple.
Is that kind of like my stash at the dog park? Oh, did I not tease the ATF today?
Rich, they're hands off on me.
Yeah, not hands off on you, bud.
I may or may not have hid a stash of cool ish at the dog park in Jupiter.
I have nothing to do with anything he's talking about. He's crazy, and he's either on medication, should be on medication, or stop taking his medication.
All of the above.
Or on the wrong medication.
There's another good deal here. It's the Beretta Apex for $249.99, but there's you can get $100 Beretta bucks.
Nice.
Or $50 off. So
Peanut 3050 says they won't dig in the doggy poo. I think Rich just wants to keep saying that to one day go find like a whole team of feds there with ground penetrating radar and an excavator, whatever. An excavator.
I didn't know if I should keep my solvent trap that had the hole in it because I was mad. So I buried it at the dog park.
You were mad that it had a hole in it. Yeah.
I was mad that it had a hole in it.
Timu.
The Stoker FR9 for like after rebate 175.
175.
Dang, are they doing all right? We need to check in on them.
I don't know.
Don't say it, Rich. I want to say it too. You should have sent the guns out.
Honestly, I got one and it shoots great now, but I had to send it back a couple times.
A couple times?
Yeah, the first time I couldn't get the optics plate on there because they stripped the screw. And then when I finally got that, then I went and like the ejector was broken.
Okay. So right now, on places like AIM Surplus, you can get a very, very good, high quality police trade-in Grok 17, Grok 19, Grok 26, for like 300. If you're going to put 175 plus a transfer fee, tax, background check, whatever, into a Stoker, not that they're bad guns, I'm just saying, I would just go with the old trusty. That's I know I'm a Glock whatever.
Well, I bought the 17 and the 21 off one of those.
Didn't you pay like $279 for your 21 or something like that? It was something crazy. It was something.
Yeah, I think it was a really good deal.
We got our 17 for like that around that price.
It was like $318.
Yeah,
and that was actually
I want to pay full price.
Local situation.
Yeah, it was a local. They just had them.
Let's see.
Yeah, I just think it's worth it. Honestly, even like in our case where they were Gen 2s.
No, I paid $399 and $379.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's still not bad. Dude, my Glock 21, you know what? You take something like this little Lone Wolf +2, and you got 15 + 1 of 45 ACP. And he's a big gun.
They have a Glock 34 non-trade-in Gen 3, brand new, $469.99.
Dang,
$469?
Mm-hmm.
Brand new Gen 3 34.
Yep.
We're talking AIM surplus.
No.
I see. I was just.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Same place you found the shotgun?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on my X.
Drop it like it's Scott. What's up, buddy? Good to see you,
Scott.
And then after that, we're gonna get out of here.
My Florida homie.
So if you guys like what we do here, we do this like all the time on Rumble, on John Crump live over on Rumble.
Oh yeah, sorry, real quick, just to comment on Guns and Water. They have the Smith & Wesson M&P for 100 less. Dude, I got my Smith & Wesson M&P police trade-in, which actually was in excellent shape, for like $229 or something like that. I think didn't y'all get one too?
No, I already have one.
There was a while where, or no, was it you? I don't know. There was a bunch of us that were like, "Hey, this is for sale." Boom. Got it. This is for sale. Boom. MP5 for sale. Boom. And we all were like just hitting the same deals over and over. Back when I had money, Oh, the days. G47 650 out the door. MOS, dude. Gen 5 MOS, man. It is the way. I think it's excellent. I know people are like, "Well, I don't like the plates. These shitty plates are just in the way." Dude, I love the MOS platform, especially with the SCS. What? The thing is great. I threw the Radian Guardian MOS plate with the RMR guard around it. Dude, if you go look at my Instagram, it's DLD_after_dark. So DLD after dark separated by underscores. If you go look at the reel that I posted recently on that thing,
Crumpy got the links messed up on the Glock 34. It brought me to the SAR 9.
Oh,
you did that on purpose.
all right, hold on. I'll fix it. Are you gonna buy it
for that price? Dude, I put together a Gen 3. Oh man, the Glock I want to show you guys is right here, but I can't touch it.
Yeah, we're not on
a safe place.
Traveler, correct. Gideon Optics also has, like, the Granite, for an example, is an MOS direct mount as well. That thing is nasty. Yep. Yeah, Gideon, dude. The new Gideon Mini Valor is like, I mean, yeah, they dropped 3 new optics, and dude, the Mini Valor is like light years beyond
in the Storm
design wise. Yeah, the Storm is a Delta Point Pro footprint, which is really cool. You find a lot of deals on like slides, like, okay, dagger slides. A lot of people go to PSA to get dagger slides, and the ones that are like super cheap and on sale all the time are the ones with footprints that no one freaking uses because everyone wants to run the RMR footprint. But yeah, I mean, you could get a super cheap dagger slide. I mean, I've seen them for like $189, and throw the Delta Point Pro Storm on there from Gideon Optics with the brace. Yeah. Dude, I never took a singular brace off of any of my firearms. I don't intend to.
Well, you're a GOA member, so you really don't have to.
GOA, FPC, SFA.
VCDL, Tennessee Firearms
Mhm.
Association.
Yep.
You got free memberships to those.
To those, yes. To the other ones, I've paid
Yeah.
for, and I pay for a month.
All right. Well,
Yeah. Just to answer this question real quick. So, John Doe, good to see you, by the way. John Doe says, how's this tariff affect Chinese gear? Any insider? So, I'm not sure. Crump probably knows some stuff too. But Definition Knives, we get these manufactured in China. Now, we have very high standards. So, it's very, very good equipment, very good quality equipment. But yeah, I mean the price of the items are more expensive, the price of the shipping is more expensive, and the price of the customs insurance is more expensive. At this point, we have not raised any prices on anything. At this point, we're just
yeah. But the issue is there is a gunpowder component,
yeah,
nitrocellulose,
yep,
which is almost all of it is from China,
exclusively, yeah, yeah,
and they're not exporting it anymore
yep.
as of today.
Well, and there's some other things that have been happening that I think that I know are going to impact the ammunition situation of the future.
Oh,
For
that's
example,
going to crush the ammo thing.
that in itself, there are some other domestic companies, but dude, we're talking like 80% of the domestic ammunition manufacturers in the US are now owned by Czechoslovak Group, which is all foreign owned,
Yeah,
completely
but
foreign
I
owned.
don't. I'm shocked that they allow that.
They not only did they allow it, they blocked a US purchaser that was trying to get in the transaction. It smells
Okay,
like
I'm
something
just
else is
looking
going
at
on.
a 3-letter site, 20-inch 5.56 NATO 1 and 7 stainless steel. Oh, it's fifth. No, it says 20. Oh, okay, it's 20-inch,
Zippy.
15-inch handguard.
Is that Zippy to Strange?
Is
I'm
that
sorry,
Zippy?
Rich. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think so. That same icon. So 20-inch stainless steel, 1 and 7, 229. No BCG, no charging handle. What do you think?
I mean, I think we were just all talking about something completely different, and you're sharing your shopping list with us.
all right. Well, one thing. The nitrocellulose, 70% of all nitrocellulose that is produced in the world is produced by China, and they're not exporting it.
Yeah, and we've known about that for like a year.
Yeah, we knew it was coming.
Yeah,
I reported it.
and if okay,
I reported it like 2 years ago. I said, "Hey, they have a plan," because this is set in the motion way before the tariff thing. I was like, "God, China's going to stop it in like 2025," and people are like, "No, they're not." It's like, "Yeah, they are."
yeah, I mean, this has been
The ammo plants are all the ammo companies are stocking up because that's what they're being told.
yeah,
And
and
the
you
ammo
guys
companies
remember
are like,
like
no, 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 we're not stocking up. We weren't told that. It's like, yeah, you were.
dude, that letter was published like a year ago.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I think it was over a year ago. I think that was December of 2023. That letter was published about all the companies that ended up being purchased by the Czechoslovak group, they were like, so what was it, like Spear, CCI Spear. I don't even remember all the companies said there's going to be like it was like a 6 to 15% increase across all items. So it listed like small primers, pistol primers, rifle primers, brass, projectiles, and if you add it all together, it was like a 25% increase across the board. But look, the government does not want civilians armed the way that we are. So they're certainly not going to jump in and fix it, you know?
Yeah.
And of course, Rich, I don't fault you for shopping for gun stuff. I'm just busting your chops because I love you.
All right, well, we're getting out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Dark, for showing up and crashing the stream. I've done that to you many times, and thank you so much.
Yeah,
Also, Rich, thank you for coming on. If you like what I do here, you like this type of format, I do it every day on Mondays at 10 to 11 until Dark decides to do a show on Mondays. Then I'm going to move it to 9 to 10, but whatever, 10 to 11. And then Tuesday through Friday, 5 to 6. With that, we are going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. And since we're leaving, we're going to play the outro, which is definitely something that I think you guys might like. We always play this every time we leave Rumble.
And
So
before you jam out, real quick, DLD After Dark, I go live on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Check me out, definitionknives.com, dldhardware.com, and flyingrich.com to follow him. And we love your outro song.